All right. Once again, we back at it with another 30-minute rivals. Both of us have finally played a game in what feels like years at this point now with all the bye weeks going on. Make sure y'all go ahead and like the video. First of all, let me go ahead and get that out there. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe to Johnny Olden on my right here. And make sure
Yes,
you
sir.
check us out over at Back of the Bus. And then obviously, leave us a subscription. Obviously, you like college football. Obviously, you want to hear more. So that's what we're here for. All right. I should probably start with my game, but because the last thing I can think of is the fact that the team up north is still out here trying to fight with Michigan State. It's like, what are you guys doing? Why are you always trying to pick fights with little bro?
Yeah, you got to smack little bro. Smack him down.
It's Michigan State. Leave them alone.
They think they tough. They thought they was going to win, so we had to bring them back to reality. Like, this
crazy.
ain't what you want, bro.
That's crazy. I mean, at least I got the victory, but leave little brother alone.
No.
That's crazy.
This is in state.
I guess.
Y'all stick to Ohio. Y'all don't know nothing about this. This is
we don't have an in-state rivalry.
Huh?
We don't have an in-state rivalry. All we
Y'all
have
don't
is
have no rivalries but us.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like we can't whip up on Michigan State all the time. Who are we gonna whip up on? Akron, Kent State, Toledo.
So I had multiple Ohio State fans try to come to me and be like, why y'all always trying to fight Michigan State?
Yeah.
Like, bro, chill out. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This
leave Michigan State alone.
Is Michigan.
Okay. All right. Well, leave them alone.
This is Michigan stuff. Y'all
leave them alone before we have to intervene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Nah, go ahead and talk to us about how y'all looked against Michigan State.
It was a game of two halves because they outplayed us most of the first half, but they had empty trips in the red zone, which cost them, and so when they finally did score and it looked like we were going to go in the half, like 7-0 or 7-3. And then we got a touchdown, missed the extra point. We get the strip sack, and it's like that strip sack just changed the whole momentum of the game. So we go into half 9-7, and we kind of controlled it from there on out. And Sparty tried to make a little comeback at the end, but they couldn't get it done. Wink decided not to blitz in the red zone, and it worked. Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Think about that, Wink. Just not blitzing in the red zone,
Interesting. That's an interesting concept. I've never heard of anything like that.
But the little, looks like they went back to the plan from the beginning of the season to start Davis Warren and play Alex Orji. But it looked like they did it with more conviction and more conviction. And the guys looked loose. Orji and Warren both look loose and comfortable in their roles for the first time this season when they're both playing. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been doing it, but it hasn't looked comfortable. This is the first time it looked like they were both happy, like in our roles. Okay, I guess being benched will do that. Where, hey, just be happy you back on the field,
Facts.
brothers. So it gave us some hope for the rest of the season, I guess.
Okay, so Davis Warren, 13 for 19 for 123 and a touchdown. He didn't throw any interceptions, which is good. And then he even ran the ball for 7 yards. Okay, so yeah, no. That's pretty successful for what y'all are trying to get off. My question is, you guys look very loose out there, and obviously the rivalry was at play very much so. Is that the case? Like, is it just because you guys are playing in a rivalry game, you guys were able to look a little bit better, or is this what we're going to see out of Michigan going forward?
That's the question. And we won't have an answer until after Saturday night, because we play at 3:30 against Oregon. So we
Mhm.
don't know, going into this matchup. It's on the defense to we know the offense isn't gonna put up 30. We can't get in a shootout like y'all did. That's
Mhm.
that's not a chance for us. And that's how they want to play anyway.
Yeah.
So it's up to Wink and the defense to give us a chance in this game. If the defense doesn't hold them to somewhere in the 20s, we don't have a chance against Oregon. Like they have to hold them to 27, 24, 21, somewhere in there, somewhere in the 20s. Just do that, Wink. You got to be able to do that. If they can't do that in the 20s or lower, we're not going to win. I don't see any way we can score 30 on them. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Unless the run game just goes crazy,
Which I don't
which
see happening with y'all.
no, we haven't been running the ball that well lately. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all have it. I thought you were talking about Oregon. I guess I figured you guys had a good enough rushing defense to kind of stifle that a little bit and then force Dylan Gabriel to win the game, which
Exactly.
is
That's
probably easy considering y'all don't have much of a pass defense.
exactly. And if you can't stop their run game, they're gonna roll you because they're gonna be running it, throwing it, and you're done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. We have to stop their run game. We can't let them do whatever they want to do. We have to stop the run game in tackling. Tackling is huge because half of his passes are going to be little swing passes, screens, tight end screens, receiver screens, bubble screens,
Yeah.
and you have to tackle on that. If you tackle on that, similar to how those years I used to do the pre-games for Ohio State, you have to tackle, make them matriculate down the field, and if they do, hold them to 3. You know, but the other thing with this is double moves. Same way they came with the double moves on Denzel, we all watched and saw. Not to bring that up, but they're gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
Even if Will Johnson plays, because he's been susceptible to double moves. Jair Hill, susceptible to double moves. So don't be surprised. You're going to see it. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you see it on the first play. You know what I'm saying? Right out the gate. Let's go at them.
Yeah.
Because once you get a corner, you beat a corner early, he's thinking now. You know what I'm saying? Especially a young corner like Jair Hill. He's probably barbecue chicken the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So they have to be on point, and it's not an easy task. Only I was looking through the schedule. I look through schedules to see. Let me see when you didn't play that well.
Right.
And
Right.
the only game that I could say where a defense held them down was the first game of the year against Idaho.
Yeah, I was say
24 to
Idaho, and
14.
then yeah, for sure.
That's a long time ago.
It was. They've been on a
But
roll since their non-conference games.
exactly. So that's the only game I could take. It's so long ago. I can't really take much from it, but I can say we've seen someone slow them down. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's going to be easier said than done. But Wink and the defense is going to have to play a hell of a game.
It's going to have to be the
They
best game of their season.
exactly. They're going to have to play a hell of a game. He's going to have to call a hell of a game, and they're going to have to execute the game plan and play the best they've played all season. Offensively, you got nothing to lose. So the trick plays that you did against Michigan State, find some more. You know what I'm saying? The eye candy, the motion, put it all out there. Put all your chips in when we play Oregon, Indiana, and OSU, put all the chips out there. We need those dubs. I
Yeah.
mean, you need those dubs, Sharon and Kirk Campbell. Y'all need those dubs. You know what I'm saying? To show that you actually deserve this job. So
Right.
he's got to put it all out there, and go deep in the playbook to find a way to get big plays, because that's our problem. We don't get big passing plays, and we haven't been getting many big run plays lately. So it's gonna be a task. It's gonna be a task, but hey, I just laid it all out there. You got to execute.
No, for sure. I never thought that we'd get here, and I don't know who I want to root for. It's such a weird feeling.
They put a little in your side. They got you with the 1 point. Now
Sure. I mean, because if you guys do win, then I'll give them the loss, and that would be crazy. It'd be pandemonium. And so
and then
I like that. I like no. I like the idea of you guys beating them and then causing pandemonium, but then I can't root for you. So what do I do?
I don't
know. And plus, you probably won't win. So then there's that too.
Hey, they're gonna have to play a hell of a game, hell of a game on offense and defense, just to make it close. But you got the dogs on defense, Wink. It's just up to you to put him in position. You got enough dogs to make this a low scoring Big Ten game. I was talking about this in the car earlier. They made y'all play a Pac-12 game.
Yes.
And that's kind of Ryan Day's style. If I was to say, it's a little more his style. But
it's closer to it. Absolutely.
Yeah. We don't want to. No. We want you to get in a low scoring Big Ten game. That's what we want. Milk the clock.
You can force it to happen. That would definitely be in your best.
That's the game plan that we have to go with. Milk the clock. Force them to milk the clock also by slowly matriculating down the field and then holding them to 3. And then Dan Lanning might get greedy, go for it on 4th, and then he gets nothing. So
I don't like how that sounds, but I like how that sounds. I'm so conflicted right now.
Yeah, okay. That's the plan we have to go with. That's our hope.
So then suffocating any kind of big plays, and then hoping that they dink and dime you to the end zone.
Not to the end zone.
And then to the red zone, and then basically stop them from scoring once they get there.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, that does sound like it has to be the game.
That's
plan.
The plan.
Oh my God, I hate it.
That's what we had to do against y'all most of those games.
It's such an ugly game.
It is. It's not fun to watch, especially if we're executing on offense, because it's going to be a lot of running the ball, short passes. And then on defense, it's going to be like, you're going to look at the stats and be like, how didn't Oregon blow them out? They were holding them to 3. They were forcing them to go for it, and then they weren't getting it. They were getting turnover on downs, things like that. That's what we have to do, is make it an ugly game like that. And Wink, I kind of hate Wink. He's got to. You need to have 2 safeties over the top a lot of the time. I'm not sure if he's
coming from Ohio State. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I'm not sure if he's smart enough to do that. And I would have 2 safeties over the top, and I would sometimes I would bring those corners up.
That's not a bad idea.
You have a front 4, and they want to run all these little screens and stuff like that too. But when they do try to throw further downfield, your front 4 is good enough. They should be able to get pressure. So mess up the timing, have the safeties over the top, and hope your front 4, that's supposed to be one of the best in college football, shows up and acts like it.
I mean, your defensive line has been better at getting pressure, so that's a benefit for you. And yeah, if you can actually, like I said, suffocate big plays and not give them up like Denzel Burke did, I think you can possibly make it work.
And you can give up a big play. It just can't be a touchdown play. You get what I'm saying?
Almost 200 yards and 3 touchdowns that Denzel Burke gave up?
Yeah, see the touchdown part. See, you can give up a big play, but don't let them get a big touchdown play. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing.
So you can't have a DB show up like Denzel Burke.
No. We can't have that.
That was.
I'm right now. You just saying that, I'm thinking about Jair Hill getting cooked.
That performance haunts me because that was it on the defensive side.
Yeah,
I mean, we lost by 1 point on the road. Like, you guys got a home game. So maybe that'll also work in your favor. I don't know.
It's gonna be a task. This is the coaching staff's chance to show that they do belong. Because a lot of us are looking like, bro, y'all are horrible. We want most of y'all gone. You know what I'm saying? Sharon, you probably gonna get another year just cause. But a lot of your assistant coaches and coordinators, we want them gone. Show us.
That's a wrap. Yeah.
Yeah, show us. So that's about all I got with them. You know, hey, I'm laying it out there. Hey,
they have been destroying teams on the road, but I mean they're not that good. So, oh well. Oregon State, UCLA, Purdue.
They've been playing consistently well for a while now. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of is what it is. Dan Lannon has them up. It's on, and that's why I put it on the defense. You know, our offense, we know our offense isn't that good. We don't have great receivers, you know. We don't have a great offensive line. That's why it's on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Force them in a phone booth and have to continually fight that defense. And, you know, while we're milking the clock, and before you know it, it's 17-14 and it's midway through the fourth quarter or something, or 21-17.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this we could still lose it. Seems like we've dominated them, but we're only up 4, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, that's that, and that's what we have to make it, you know. It ain't gonna be easy. I don't know if they can do it. This is just I just lay out the plans, and then that's all I do is lay out the plans. You know what
I don't want to say good luck, but
you know y'all need us to beat them.
Do your job.
You know y'all need us to beat them.
Do your job. Be Michigan, I guess.
Be the champs.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Gross. I feel sick already.
I mean, hey.
Anyway, let's. I can't do it anymore. I'm utterly confused right now, and I don't like it. Let's just go ahead and get into our game versus Nebraska. Now, first of all, can I just address the fact that every week it seems like now I'm getting more and more fed up with our own fans. It's just like, can y'all stop whining? A lot of y'all just sound whiny, and it's the same shit that Michigan fans have been saying about us for years. But now it's actually coming to fruition, or maybe I'm just not realizing it. You guys are crying about Nebraska praying with us. What is this? Why? It's after the game. We've already won the game. Shut up. Stop whining.
They're mad.
You're mad because they're praying in a huddle together. That's called sportsmanship.
Y'all fans are mad that team, 20 million on all the hype, don't look like it's supposed to look. So they mad at everything. They mad at the refs. They mad at Ryan Day. They mad at Jim Knowles. They mad at praying.
That is fact. That is a fact. You know what I don't like about the $20 million narrative? Didn't Texas pay even more?
They probably did.
Didn't Oregon pay even more?
As many players as we did. Texas.
Yeah. So like I think Texas had 22. And I think Oregon is
they
higher.
Filled a lot of holes.
So like, why is it always Ohio State got the $20 million team? Okay, so we're like third, fourth, fifth.
Y'all talked about it, I guess.
Oh, we talked about it because we talk about everything. We talk about players praying in a huddle. We talk about everything. Hate it. I hate it here sometimes. Yeah, but you know, so then I look at the logo and I look at how good we've done for the last 25 years. And then I'm like, okay, all right, I'll deal with it.
You sure?
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about the game too. If you looked at Will Howard's stats, I'm sure you would look at it and say, okay, well, he's had 13 for 16, 221, 3 touchdowns, only a pick. You probably say he did pretty good. It was a bad pick. It just seemed like at times they weren't able to get it done over Nebraska's defense. They looked sluggish. The offensive line looked absolutely terrible with the absence of Simmons. And then the replacement, can't think of his name right now. Yes, Mahowski. Yeah, he even got injured. So then we're down to we don't even know now. We don't even know. We moved Donovan Jackson over to tackle, and I don't know what the 5 is going to be going into next week. To be honest with you, I think they put Montgomery out there to play a guard while Donovan Jackson played at tackle, but I don't know if that's going to be the same going forward, and it doesn't seem like the fans want that. And I don't even think that's your top 5 at linemen, to be honest with you. If we're going to be honest, put your top 5 out there, figure out how that's going to look as far as the left side, and then move forward with it. You're just going to have to kind of coach that out.
Yeah, put your best 5, and you're going to have to figure out, because sometimes you might put a guy at left tackle and he needs to be at guard. You got to shuffle him.
I think that's Jackson. I think Jackson needs to be a guard. I don't think he's quick enough.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm not the one
problem
making these
is
decisions.
you about to go against Penn State, so it makes it a task.
Yeah, man. Nebraska's defense was a good look at that, and obviously we didn't do so well with that. And so, yeah, I'm a little concerned, to be honest with you, as far as the line play. But hopefully, I'm going to give Ryan Day some bail. Hopefully, he can figure that situation out, and we can move forward, especially against Penn State. A Penn State who doesn't have Drew Aller. So
is he in or out?
He's out. I guess he's out. I think it's official now.
They're saying he's out.
Yeah, they got Bo. Was it Bo Probola?
He's a dual threat, but he
is, and I'm a little scared about that too. Is it Pribula? Pribula.
I don't know. It says he's questionable. If he can play, they
I've heard. If they play, I don't know what I want more. To be honest with you, Drew Aller is not like a threat all like that. But then we haven't played that well against mobile quarterbacks, so
and you don't have much film on this dude.
That too. We only have a half is what he played in against Wisconsin.
Yeah, and
so,
but he could come out and be trash.
He could.
So it's a big if. I'd probably be more. I don't know with them mobile quarterbacks. You never know what they might come.
And we have not played well against mobile quarterbacks. I'm telling you. Even Marshall's quarterback is not super mobile, but he was kind of getting off on us. So
man, if I'm Penn State, I want my starter out there, though.
If I'm Ohio State, I kind of want their starter out there. He's not that big of a threat. He's not that big of a threat to me.
I mean, let me see. I gotta look at him.
You looking at Bo or Aller?
I'm looking at Aller.
Yeah, I don't think
he's just
has he had a game over 250 yards?
Huh?
Has he had a game over 250 yards?
He averages like 234.
Does he?
Yeah.
It's been Singleton and Kaytron Allen since he's gotten there. So
yeah,
that's how I look at it, at least. And I think we have a decent run defense. You know what I mean? I think we'll be able to contain that. That doesn't scare me either. But with the 3 of them, Kaytron Allen, Nick Singleton, and Bo, if he's good, I don't like that.
And their coordinator, if they're saying he's the starter, their coordinator, he does some funky stuff. So ain't no telling what he's gonna cook up, especially, just seeing what he does with their tight end. It's like, bro, how did you even think of this stuff? Like, he'll have him hiking the ball and stuff and going out, really tricking you with your alignment. Like, so you don't know who's blocking and who's not, you know what I'm saying? Real tricky technical stuff he likes to do.
Facts. Okay. Drew Aller's had 2 games over 250 yards. He had 391 against USC, and that was in overtime. And he had 309. He had 309 against Kent State, the worst team in the nation. So he doesn't scare me, but I'd much rather have him than some unknown quarterback who could, go off.
And I think that's the big question about playing about them. It's not Ohio State's offense and Penn State's defense. Y'all are going to go back and forth on your offense and their defense. They're going to win some and y'all going to win some. But can Penn State's offense do anything consistently against Ohio State's defense? That's the question.
That is the question, and I just think that their strengths are not like our strengths match with their strengths. Like they run the ball. That's where they're
Yeah.
going to be really good at, but that's what we're good at stopping.
And
And if Denzel Burke can get his act together, we can also defend against the other thing. So
they got Julian
I'm not
Fleming.
scared. Ooh, Julian Fleming, you don't say.
He been waiting. He been waiting on Denzel Burke. He been waiting on his chance.
Julian Fleming needs to battle a bottle of Beijing. That's what he needs to battle.
He done had this
Not
game
Denzel
circled
Burke.
since the offseason. That's why he went to Penn State.
Whatever marker he circled that with, whatever black marker he circled the date with, he needs to take that to his hairline.
And
that's coming from me. That's coming from me. It's crazy.
I ain't never seen it.
Well, look, it's insane.
Well, look, they and the thing is, with them trying to run the ball in against your strength, your run defense, even last year they had some success running it, but James Franklin wouldn't. You have to be stubborn about it. You know what I'm saying? Like Harbaugh was. We know that better than anybody. You have to be stubborn with it and keep knocking on that wall, keep knocking on that door until you bust it down. If you want to be a run team with that, we're gonna break you in the fourth identity. You know what I'm saying? You can't go away from it and it's not working in the middle of the second, in the middle of the third quarter. No, you have to keep going to it because all of these body blows we're landing, it's gonna knock you out in the fourth. If you want to play that style, which he seems like he does, but it seems like he doesn't have the conviction to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when I watched that game like last year, I'm like, okay, they're why did he go away from the run, bro? You got to keep going to it, you know. So that's the other thing. You got bonehead James Franklin. When it's something's going well or you're trying to have that identity, stick to it. Hey, I'm tired of rooting for y'all to beat.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, at the end of it all, I do feel like maybe it could be close. But if there's one thing that I'm not afraid of, it's James Franklin. If there is one thing I can count on, it's James Franklin to make some boneheaded coaching moves.
Yeah,
so
this is like Lincoln Riley.
I feel like I don't have to be afraid, right? Even if I know it's going to get close in the game, I know by the end of the fourth, it's going to look our way just because it's something he's going to do.
That's a fact.
I don't know why it's like that, but it's always been that way. No matter how good Penn State's looked, it just comes out that way. And they also haven't played anybody, so I'm also not all that concerned.
Who's the best team they played?
I was just about to look that up. Let's see. Penn State, Wisconsin, USC, UCLA, Illinois. Ole Miss. No, Ole Miss was in the bowl game. I think Illinois is the best game they played so far. West Virginia, Bowling Green, Kent State, Illinois, UCLA, USC, Wisconsin. So
it's hard to tell how good they are.
You know what I mean? You know? And then I expect them to play up when they've never played up against anybody. I don't see that happening.
I mean, this is the one. If you James Franklin, this is the one. You don't play Michigan this year, so this is the one you really been waiting on.
But they've always been the one. That's the thing. Anytime he has that game, he fumbles it. It drops right through his hands.
If they get through y'all, all they got left is Washington, Purdue, Minnesota, Maryland.
Yep.
This is the one.
So it is.
This one, you win the Big Ten championship.
Yep. But it's James Franklin. It's always like, I'm not saying Ohio State is always the one. I'm just saying when it comes time for it to be the one for James Franklin, he finds a way to lose it. And again, that's coming from a Ryan Day fan, from what everybody tells me on Twitter and Facebook.
You a Ryan Day fan?
Of course. He's our coach, bro. He's our coach. Stand behind your coach. Y'all standing behind Sherrone Moore.
We ain't got no choice.
I don't have a choice either.
I don't have a choice either.
Because who are we? You know, a lot of people get mad when the Ryan Day supporters say, "Who are we going to get?"
Mm-hmm.
Answer the question, because it's always Mike Vrabel or Dan Lanning. Dan Lanning's not leaving that paycheck out in Oregon, and Mike
You
Vrabel
get
doesn't want to coach.
the new college football darling, Kirk Cignetti in Indiana.
I don't want Kurt Cignetti. He's not proven yet. Yes, he's having a great season. He's not going to win the Big Ten championship.
You sure?
Is he going to win the Big Ten championship, Johnny?
I don't know. Hey, I don't know what's happening this year.
Could Kurt Cignetti beat Oregon?
I mean, he got to play. Y'all got to play him, and we got to play him. So
yeah, he's not going to beat us. He's not going to beat us. We're not going to put Denzel Burke in that game. We're going to keep Jermaine Matthews in the game on that one.
I just got. Have you seen? You've watched Indiana, right?
I have. They look great. The offense looks great.
That's all I wanted to hear.
The offensive
scheme
great.
And the defense is looking.
But then,
great.
okay, so then at that point, we get Kurt Cignetti. We're going to have the same thing we've had, a high-powered offense.
The problem is, in some of these big games, y'all ain't been as high-powered, I guess. And then when you were, your defense didn't show up.
That is true. But that's how teams lose games.
I mean,
teams lose games that way.
Y'all trust
things don't go the way they're supposed to for usually one side of the football field. So that's how those things work.
I get it. You know, we stuck with our coach for probably another year, whether I want him gone or not. So I just stopped talking about that stuff. Once I realize a guy is going to be here, I'm not finna waste my breath every time I get on the camera. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. It's just the first year I've really felt like, God, Ohio State fans can be annoying. And not the ones that watch these videos. Like in the live streams, I feel like we got a good bunch. But the ones that I see on Twitter and Facebook groups and all that, it's just like, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm always watching Ohio State stuff. So I see the right now, there's a lot of panic. There's a lot of panic in the Ohio State fan base. And I get it. You just struggled with Nebraska with a week, but with 2 weeks to prepare for them. You know what I'm saying? So you just struggled with them.
Good after a bye week anyway, though. We didn't look good the last bye week, so
it was and I'll give y'all some grace, I guess I would say, because in all honesty, that was a trap game.
I would agree with that too.
And nobody's really talking about that. I was on somebody, I think it was Juck on Bucks, and I was said that in the chat, and somebody, yeah, because it really was a trap game. Even though you had a bye week before it, you got Penn State, and this game is big time. It's all on the line for this one, for both teams, you know. So
top 5, it's on the road.
Exactly. This is it, you know, and so that was a trap game, really, you know. And the way Indiana did Nebraska, I know some of them dudes were like, all right, we about to roll these dudes.
Yeah. No, facts.
Yeah. Roll these dudes and get ready for Penn State.
Absolutely.
And you just got in a dogfight.
It is what it is.
All right. I understand it.
I agree with you. I definitely think it was a little bit of a trap game, but we escaped it, and now we can move forward, hopefully.
Yeah, that's all you have to do, and we're gonna find out. That's the great thing about the game. We're gonna find out this Saturday if Ohio State is ready, or if Penn State is ready to, you know, actually make it to the up, actually prove that they're in the upper echelon and not just end up being 3rd or 4th in the Big Ten. They had some promise, but they ended up 3rd or 4th again.
I think that's their place, but I'm not going to say any more. I'm just going to leave it.
Lion fans, you hear that?
That's their place. That's where they stay.
Wow.
And actually, who knows? Once y'all get better, they might have to move to 4th.
We're the champ.
Not this year, but you know, maybe in a couple years or so, y'all get a little bit better. They got to move to 4th. or Indiana continues, they got to move to 5th.
I mean,
I'm
the
gonna
Big Ten.
Oh, go ahead.
The Big Ten is it's gonna be something serious the way it's looking. Like it's gonna be a hard road for
Facts.
everybody unless you're already rolling. You know what I'm saying? And you can keep sustaining it. Because sometimes you get guys and then you don't. You get guys and you think they're gonna be all that, and then they're not. And now you've taken a step back when you thought you were gonna be better.
What a great transition to what I'm going to show you right before we leave. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up. This is what I'm referring to. This monstrosity.
Good God.
Do you see that? Yeah.
That's Julian Fleming?
Yes. That is a picture taken.
How old is he?
That was taken this year.
Bro, stop it.
You see, it says Penn State.
That's his pops.
No, it's not. I'm about to pull this up. Hold on.
Let me put my glasses on.
That was taken this year. That was his picture that he took after leaving Ohio State.
That's crazy. Like, that can't be real.
That's real. That's his picture when you go to Penn State's website.
Bruh.
That's like see, they conveniently made this circle around it so you can't really see it now. But that's it.
Bruh, that's like the Bozo the Clown. Are you kidding me? How old is this dude?
Who knows? 23? 23
43?
probably. 43. He's 23. He's 23.
He looks like he's going on about 48.
He looks like 58. He has 5 kids, a job as a mechanic, 3 ex-wives. He look like he's going through
about 10 grandkids too.
Exactly.
Bro, that was the funniest thing I've seen.
You're welcome. Now you know.
That's crazy. Hey, that's crazy for him to look like that, bro.
I know. That's why we had to get rid of him. Anyway, on that note, like I said before, make sure y'all like the video, especially if you enjoyed the recaps of obviously Ohio State and Michigan, the team up north, I should say. And then obviously make sure you subscribe. What? That's your name. Don't look at me like that.
Y'all need to stop that.
That's who you are, the team up north. All right. Make sure you obviously subscribe over to Johnny Oden's channel. He recaps all of the Michigan games and does previews and the like. Anything else that you have coming up at all, Johnny?
I got a pregame analysis, of course, and I'm gonna go a little more in depth on playing Oregon. Who we're playing this Saturday, right?
Yeah, Oregon.
What did you just say?
Oregon. I'm not saying what you want me to say.
It's paramount that you call them that team out west.
Why?
They earned that.
No, they didn't.
They earned it.
No, they didn't. The season is not over.
They said we beat them. They better call us that team out west.
Nope. They got to win a Big Ten championship before we can even consider it.
When are y'all going? What do they have to do before we go? What does Oregon have to do to get y'all? Because they didn't say us. They want y'all to call them.
They had to come to us during the offseason with a Big Ten championship.
And then y'all going to call them that team out west.
And then we will consider it.
Okay. If y'all better start calling them, or it's going to be held.
Well, then y'all call them that too.
We don't do all these nicknames.
Oh, okay. You don't?
We just call y'all Ohio State.
No, you don't.
What we call y'all?
During the rivalry week, you always say Ohio. You don't say Ohio State. You say Ohio.
I don't be having time for all that stuff.
And then all of y'all do the suck nuts and the suck eyes and
nuts, whatever y'all are. What is that anyway? Like what?
That's what y'all do. That's the name y'all give us.
Team after some nuts.
Bro, it's a Buckeye. It's keep playing around. It's poisonous venom out here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm just saying. They did beat y'all, so they said when they came, they said they was gonna do that, and they said they want y'all to call them that.
This is no longer 30-minute rivals. It's now 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if they would have said that to us, I would have been like, I gotta call them. But
You would never.
The request was for you.
You would never. Anyway, on that note, make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe here. Make sure y'all subscribe over to Johnny Olden. And make sure y'all subscribe to the Back of the Bus. We are out. Peace.